Built for work, left for dead, but now it's being rebuilt into the ultimate adventure machine. Welcome to StealthBuilt. I'm Ryan, and that's Sam. And in this series, we're taking this old school John Deere AMT 622 and transforming it into a fully functioning mini camper, complete with off-road capability, hidden storage, and everything you need to camp anywhere. We're talking a new engine, custom frame, solar power, and a rugged adventure-ready design. And a build so unique, it might be the craziest camper project on YouTube. And the best part, you're coming along for the ride. If you love DIY builds, off-road adventures, and turning the impossible into reality, then hit that subscribe button because this is going to be epic.
Oh my gosh, it worked. It's so weird looking. I'm in love with it. Can't wait to camp. Hey everybody, so I'm back in the shop today and I have a special guest with me today, which is Mr. Ryan Cole. He's
just
one
a
of my,
normal guy.
He's
I like building just like you guys.
He is too. He's a cool dude. He actually lives in Phoenix, Arizona. As most of you know, I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I flew Ryan in to help with the special project, which is this right here. And we're doing something super, super crazy with it.
Wait, we haven't described how we came up with this project. Let's go back.
The other night, I stumbled upon this John Deere. It's not great. This is legit like the best deal I've ever seen. I mean, dude, look at... While it was tumbling, I was trying to catch it. And it types, you know, because you're touching the screen. Oh, looks like I bought it. $425 later, I was the owner of a John Deere AMT 622. So the AMT means all materials transporter, which means it has 1,000-pound payload in the bed. Would you like to come to Indiana and help me put this thing together and make an epic camper build video?
Totally in, 100%. Just great times that are going to come out of the build, as well as the shenanigans that are probably going to come after once we get it completed.
That's what I'm saying. Me and you together, this can't go bad.
There's not a single thing that could go bad.
Yeah, not a single thing.
Not a single thing.
So this is Ryan's first time seeing it, and he is going to kind of tell me what he thinks of my craziness. I've already briefed him on the idea of the project, and he thinks it's super cool, I think.
I think it's super unique.
And
it's something that they can do as well, just finding something crazy off of Facebook Marketplace and, coming up with a crazy idea and a few guys and a few basic tools and make it happen.
We obviously didn't buy the nicest thing we could find, and I'm going to list how much everything cost as we go on this so that you guys can see this is a budget build. But I also want to make this thing super, super cool, so we will invest money into it. Where necessary, but we're not going to get crazy on this. This actual unit, I paid $425 for it. Not Ryan. This thing back here, $425, which is less than Ryan's plane ticket to get here. And I just want you guys to know we're going to team up on this thing. We're going to make this thing awesome, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So here we go. You've already seen most of this because I made a video talking about the engine, which was knocking really bad. And I pulled, the back end off just to make this easier. This thing has a bad battery in it. I got the bed right there. But the plan is that me and Ryan are going to pull this thing outside. It is caked in crust and dirt and all kinds of junk. I don't think, it's nasty. I mean, everything on it, all the wiring's kind of bad. But this was $425. So, I got what I paid for. But the cool part is all the basic stuff works.
It's got good bones.
Yeah, I mean, we drove it around. It's not great, but it does drive. Like Ryan said, the bones are good. And sometimes, you got to consider, hey, do we want to start with something that's $400 and put $1,000 into it or $2,000 into it? Or do we want to go try to buy something that, cost $10,000 and it's already done? I don't think so for this build. I'd like to keep this build around $5,000 or $6,000 for everything we're going to do. So, I want to make this an obtainable build that anybody could do. And so we started with this thing. Why I picked the 5-wheeler? I don't know, man. This thing's weird. I mean, it's like, I've never even seen one of these things, and I know they exist. They're not rare or anything, but it's so weird. I just thought...
You never see anybody do anything with them.
Yeah, you ever see anybody build anything with one of these? I mean, they're meant for farm. The
Most
cool
of them
part
are currently
is,
sitting in fields right now.
Yeah, 1,000-pound payload in the back. So, we got plenty of ability with this. But what we need to do now is get this thing outside, get it power washed so we can get it next door and get all the, the garbage pulled off that doesn't work and start swapping in the new stuff. And then we can do what makes this the epic build, the rest of it. First thing we need to do is throw air in these tires. So.
Definitely got to get some wind in them.
Wind
in them.
Throw the wind in.
They're a little out there.
I've already put air in these things about 15 times.
We got 3 of them that are holding air, so that's always good.
Yeah, I was also going to say, check out this ignition switch.
Poorly designed because, as you see, the tire's right above it and throws all of the mud and everything at it. It goes up in there. So we have to do a little bit of wiring on it.
Yeah, I'm going to let Ryan do the wiring because I'm not so good with wiring. It's not that I can't do it, I just don't like to. And Ryan's good at it, he likes it.
For those that don't know, I do IT for my career, so
Ryan likes wiring.
I like wiring, computers. I also like building. Me and Sam have done this for quite a long time. We've been friends for, what, 30 years now?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's
close, pretty close.
Yeah,
pretty
close to it. So, known each other for a long time, know how to deal with each other. I'm good at one thing. He's usually good at other stuff. So, see how it works out.
Okay, we got air, but I'm telling you, time is limited on these tires. We got about 5 minutes of air before they go flat, and then we'll have to refill them. So, what I'd like to try to do is jump start this thing. It still has that old oil in it, so it may not want to run. I don't know.
This thing's got that terrible rod knock that goes onto this thing. It literally sounds like a diesel tractor running. And Sam did a video about, trying to put different oils and additives in it to see if it would go away. So if you haven't seen that yet, we'll put the thumbnail in here. You can go ahead and check that out. All right, let's take a little bit closer look at this thing. Front tire's holding some wind, so that's always good. Definitely a lot of dirt. This thing's seen better days. But we're going to get her back to above better glory here. Added grip. For the high speeds that this thing probably used to see. No, not at all. Okay. What else we got down here? A red little button. Do you stomp on that? Like, what's that for? Don't know. Emergency brake? Here's the, as I like to call it, the clunker. Good old rattle can. That's gonna definitely go. That is something we're gonna truly, completely rip out. We already have a replacement for it. Got some of this wiring and this relay that's down in here. It's gonna have to be addressed. Some of the stuff that's giving us fits now. Keeps tripping our jump box. Got this double axle. They're solid mounted, so there's no suspension or anything back here, which also is one of the reasons that it can carry 1,000 pounds.
Right, what we're gonna try to do is crank her over. We gotta make sure it's in.
Jump box, yeah. Don't run anybody over here.
Well, it won't start if it's in not neutral. I figured that out when I kept trying to start it and it didn't do anything.
That's good.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna need some starting fluid.
Go juice.
Is there a can laying around here somewhere? It is actually. It's not even that it runs bad. It's just that.
It's got mileage on it, like all of us, right?
Yeah, it's just that, like, somebody didn't put oil in it. That's why I said it really doesn't run that bad. It's just, it has a horrendous knock. They could partially be unhappy, too, because of the 90 or 1,000 weight oil that's in it.
She's not going to win any awards for, speed, but... All right, shut it down. Let's spray it off. Got to use the safety squeeze. Yeah. Well, it cleaned up way better than I thought it was going to. It's in the final spot before teardown. Came out looking pretty good. Got a lot of that junk off. Cleaned it up so we can pull the motor out. And we're gonna quit for the night, but you know, we're looking at it.
That one's not broken. That's what it should look like. That one's broken. So 2 out of the 3 are broken. So we know we got to pull this transmission out. This scares me. It's extremely crusty. I don't know if you can see it that well, but yeah, like Ryan said, we need to spray some penetrating oil on this. Because if we don't, I don't think we're going to get it apart. So we're going to let it sit overnight. And then we might have to use the hot wrench.
Yeah.
I don't know. Day 2, we just got here and I brought in a little bit more help. Brandon's real good at mechanic stuff, so we got a lot of mechanical stuff to do today. So
I'm here to break stuff.
yeah, Ryan's gonna break all the
Yeah,
bolts.
fix
Brandon's gonna drill them out and fix them, and I'm just gonna like sit back and try to be like, you know, I'm just gonna sit in a chair, I think, and watch.
I mean, you've never had this much help ever for a video.
Yeah,
so-
I've never had this much help, so I'm pretty excited. So anyway, day 2, we're gonna try to get this thing stripped, get all the mechanicals fixed, and then I don't know how we're gonna do the tires yet because these things are stiff. So
Biggest worry, trying to get the transmission out.
yeah, we got to get the trans out, which means we got to slide these splined axles off. So
Rusty.
Brandon's already talking about a heat torch. So
Oh yeah,
He just wants to cut stuff.
yeah,
I,
it's
my specialty is rust.
As long as
Yeah.
it's not cheese. we're good.
so anyway, yeah, welcome back to day 2.
It don't come out anymore.
So what's the problem, Ryan?
The rotor is currently dragging on the caliper mount.
The brake caliper bracket is effectively the brake pad.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I see what you're saying now. He told me this last night, but I wasn't sure what he was
I
talking
told you
about.
right before you drove it in here, and then you about went through the wall.
Yeah,
Well, it's fine because
this
the
is
caliper is going to wear
bracket,
faster than the rotor.
and the rotor is effectively
Show this one, because this one's
touching
right.
it. Yeah, this one you can see there's a gap here. But this side,
They have some space.
yeah, I'm wondering if, yeah, I don't know what's causing that. We're taking all this apart anyway, so I guess we'll figure it out. Check this out. Still got plastic. Still got the plastic over it.
Still got the protective
Johnny
window.
Dreer. It's like brand new. Johnny Dreer. Look at that.
VIN
Oh my
number
gosh,
on
that thing is so. Oh wait, hold on. Don't look at my VIN number.
Oh no, somebody's gonna find out where you live.
Don't look at my VIN number. You'll find out everything about me.
Yeah, I say one of us pulls off the tires, one of us pulls off the seats.
One of us pulls the engine.
Well, yeah, we'll get the engine out once the seats are out. So, right?
Okay.
Got a plan.
Are there,
Mobilized.
We got all kinds of fancy equipment now. Yeah. Only the best.
Only.
But yeah, we are trying to make a great video for you. This thing's like super cool. I keep looking at it thinking like it's going to be so cool, but I need to quit looking at it. We need to actually work on it.
Definitely potential.
Brandon, what do you think? I mean, this is like you just walked in on this project, so
I mean, I've been absent for like a year. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be interesting.
I'm trying to actually think like paint scheme. Do we go John Deere paint scheme, or do we go like StealthBuilt paint scheme, like black and red with like custom like livery, like race car graphics? Like,
I was thinking like almost like a camo that's black and red.
dude,
How about
Right?
a yellow
that would be
green,
really cool.
But make it a candy or a purple.
What about a yellow and green camo?
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
That could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you guys are a graphic artist, this is probably going to be video 2 when we do that. If you guys have any ideas or color schemes, or a wrap company wants to talk to us, we'll talk about, you know, getting together on something, because I don't do graphic design. I mean, I can draw things, but
You did stay at a Holiday Inn Express
Yeah.
one time in your life.
Ryan stayed at many Holiday Inn Expresses,
That is
so
true.
he's experts in all kinds of things.
Yeah.
but,
Technically, that makes you the designated graphic designer.
That's true.
Are you doing the graphics then?
I mean, I will sketch it out,
He ain't doing the graphics.
and it'll look like 2 stick figures and a coconut. Okay.
Whatever
He
it
ain't
is.
doing the graphics. We already know that. If you guys are graphic people and you think you want to help on this, hit me up, people. Let's see what we can do. We just need to get working. I'm going to put the camera down and start hustling. Who wants to do the wheels and tires? Who wants to do the seat? Who wants to do the engine? How about I pull the wheels and tires and you guys decide what you're doing?
I pull the engine's fine.
Pull the engine, Ryan. skid.
Oh,
It didn't work.
You got to unbolt it first?
Yeah, it always works better.
I mean,
I'm almost done with my job. These guys aren't even started.
this one shouldn't be too hard. The transmission, however, it's not that that's going to come out hard. It's that you gotta pull out the axles and the splines that have never been apart before. And this thing's not young anymore. Let's just say that.
Don't you hate that when your nut gets stuck?
Oh, you just can't
Like
get it out.
you beat on the thing and the nut is still stuck.
Just make sure you don't bust it.
Hey now, Phillips.
Got a lock.
How's it going with you guys? I got my job done already.
Well, I feel like you designated the jobs and you took the easiest one.
I did do the easy thing.
You got 5 tires
I
off.
did 5 things.
I've got
didn't see
5 bolts.
You didn't even get a bolt out.
I got 5 nuts off. I don't have the bolts out.
What about you? Have you done anything yet?
I got 5 zip ties off.
Okay, well,
We're off to a gangbuster start
yeah.
here.
So I guess I better get to work because, yeah, you see how this is going already.
Yes.
I'll just put that back in there.
Man, I took 5 tires off. You can't even get one bolt out of the seat.
Why'd you put it back on? We gotta take it off.
You just gotta remember where it goes.
Yes, but you gotta take it off first.
Oh my god!
I can't screw that.
How did I get these guys?
Jeez. It's hard to find good help these days.
It is. Ryan claims that he has this thing about ready to come out. So
To be honest, bolt-wise, it hasn't been that big of a problem. Now, just getting it from that piece to here has been an epic ordeal because there's linkages and 19 different grounding cables.
yeah, and Johnny, when he built this,
The bolt and the nut for everything are 2 different
yeah,
sizes.
because like, why wouldn't you want a 14 millimeter nut and a 77 millimeter bolt?
I'm not kidding. That actually is a thing. All right.
Okay,
Now,
are
what we
you
want to
gonna
do
do
is
this?
we want to definitely lift with our back, right?
Yeah, lift with your back in a twisty, turkey, jerky motion.
Up.
Oh my gosh!
Cut the oil filter.
You got this thing?
And if you remember from one of the videos, there's like 7 gallons of oil in this.
Does it have an oil filter? There's no oil filter.
Not filter,
This
it was
thing's
a-
lying. Well,
It was
no
a
joke. Online, it did say there's a filter. There's no filter.
no. It was the dipstick tube.
Okay, well, I expected that thing to be like longer. I know we'd said this before. That engine's really, really bad.
Neither one of us want to really have it run by our leg because it's got to throw a rod.
It's crazy. Now it doesn't knock because of that oil that we put in it. That Lucas, honestly, did sort of work.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that thing would last, but it knocked so much less. Now, Kawasaki doesn't make this engine anymore, so the one that's in that crate is made by Subaru, but it's supposed to be a swap.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out.
I guarantee you, everybody's going to end up asking the same question that I asked, which was, well, why didn't you just go to Hobo Freight and buy like a Predator motor and save, a good
Right.
chunk of change? It all comes down to the amount of time, right? Yeah, you can save it in one area, which is you saved it in the physical engine, but then you spend 3 days trying to fab it to get it to fit, and then the shaft is wrong and everything else. Time's money, and to be honest, headaches are what I don't want. I don't think you guys want either.
We don't want to mess with this any more than we have to, but I do want to see what's inside this crate.
Fragile on
You speak
top.
French?
If we're talking about fries or toast. That looks bigger. That's about John Deere conversion, though.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, just rip the whole bag in half.
It's just the top of the bag. It's fine. So, hey, they
my
gave us a
gosh.
new belt. That's something
see.
we did not have.
Oh, okay. Here, I might have done something right. Yeah, and you got a new belt.
Hey, if the instructions talk about the exact model you're trying to fit it on,
check
dude, they
this
gave
out.
us a new choke cable.
Yeah, nice.
Which
Our
we
choke
definitely
cable was bad, like really bad.
It's locked
Oh,
solid.
and there's an exhaust coupler, but this thing is so loud. I don't think we're gonna use it anyway.
There it goes. Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that actually came out.
Juicy.
It's not bad. It's not as bad as I thought it might be. Okay, I'll quit lifting.
You want to sit it somewhere?
It's
Oh,
hooked
it's
on the
the-
chain around the tensioner. Now, a lot of people would say, Hey, why are you guys cleaning this so much? Well, we never intended to actually take it down this far. It went from, hey, we just need to pull the transmission out and the motor out. Next thing you know, in order to get that out, you got to pull all the axles out. And then, hey, the brakes were messed up, so we pulled those ones out. The only thing that stayed was the gas tank, because I didn't want to drain it. This thing's got really bad paint peel. And, you know, we don't need to do a crazy paint job to it, but a little bit of tss, tss here and there, right? Just keeps it from rusting. So get it cleaned up. We're gonna hit it with a little degreaser here, and then get her dried out and start putting it back together. I thought we were just gonna do a quick psh, psh. These guys over here completely, you know, spray bombing the whole entire vehicle.
Woo. Brand new.
However,
$15 paint job. Oh yeah, son. Look at that.
definitely covered the rust.
Look brand new right about now.
Well, everybody, it's the end of day 2, and we got quite a bit done. Ryan's still here. Brandon's still here. Brandon won't be here tomorrow because he has to go to his real job, but Ryan will be here.
Definitely here.
And I think we did really great work. We have this thing completely stripped. Yeah, we got the engine out.
And the clapped out.
Very clapped.
Very clapped.
That thing's kind of tiny compared to this bad boy. It is like double the horsepower.
8 to 14. We found some burnt out bearings on the axles, so we had to, you know, tear those apart and find some new ones. Those are coming tomorrow.
Yeah, that wasn't the most fun. These axles are kind of funky, and they just have like a bearing with these like weird retainers. I know they're not that strange, but it's just kind of strange to see them on something like this. This one, we had to remove it, and I mean, it was seized on the shaft, so it got cut off. But we got new ones because they were raggedy. Look at this transmission, transfer case, whatever you want to call it. It looks great. This thing's like brand freaking new now. And that was $15 can of paint, you know?
Totally rebuilt.
Rebuilt.
Totally rebuilt. Yeah.
Rebuilt.
Lots of
Brandon, thank you very much for helping today.
worries. It was a pleasure.
He's probably going to help us on some future builds too. Brandon did a great job today. We couldn't have got everything that we got done today. Ryan's going to work on the wiring in the morning. I'm going to work on getting this thing set up to put the engine and stuff back in, the trans back in, get the new clutch put on. I'm being very optimistic. But hopefully midday tomorrow,
like your attitude.
we're going to start designing the camper portion of this. I mean, at the very
gonna be the
least,
fun part.
we are going to design the camper portion of this probably tomorrow. We might not build any of it tomorrow, but we're going to be designing it tomorrow. We have an idea. There's going to be some clips. I'll post them right there. And that's kind of the idea we're going to go for. Obviously, it's an AI-generated image, but you get the point. Stay tuned.
Day 3. It's warmed up outside. No, it hasn't. It's 24 degrees. We were outside picking up some stuff. Man, I'm not built for this weather. I'm from Arizona. Definitely need somebody to turn the heat up outside. We're going to be putting in all the mechanicals. Sam's back here working on some parts.
I don't know if anybody typically uses McMaster Car, and we're not sponsored by them by any means, but last night at 5:30, we ordered bearings for this that we didn't know were bad, and they got delivered already. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, I'm absolutely amazed. That was quick. So we got the bearings, which is great news because we can pretty much put this thing back together today.
All right, guys. Figure I'd take a minute here while I'm going to work on cleaning this transmission shaft up in order to get this flywheel on here, tell you a little bit about me. New to the channel, my name's Ryan. Most social media pieces I go by Slightly Average Ryan. Why? There's some stuff that I'm just slightly average at, some things I'm above average at. I think that's where we're all at kind of in life. I've spent the last 20 years in IT, specifically for franchises. When he told me about this, I was like, I'm in. Just gotta put this up front. I am not a skilled fabricator. I am the homebody guy that's got tools and welders and stuff at my garage back in Arizona, and just love to go out there and hobby do it. And was looking for something that's just gonna be challenging and unique. So I want to give you guys a little bit about myself.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, come check out these tires, dude. Like, I'm a little bit worried because they
come out looking good, or are they too big? We were worried they were too big before they were mounted. So.
Yeah, so
So you got some
look-
big meats on those.
They look monstrous, dude. I don't know. I'm hoping they fit, because if they don't,
We got more fabrication.
we're going to be doing some chopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to screw up the new paint job. Green. First piece officially in.
I'm happy to see it coming together, that's for sure.
This is the second time I put it in because, you know, the first step's always putting it in and being happy, and then you realize that you missed a part and you got to redo it. We're missing the chains. I really want to reach my hand in this.
Yeah, we can squeeze it in there because this thing still pivots. The chains are interesting. They're still soaking.
Marinating.
Marinated chains. I'll show you. There is chains inside of there.
Yeah.
We put them in some ATF because
they were pretty crusty. Still got the kink in her.
yeah, it might loosen up though. You like a little kink in her, don't you?
Wow. I don't know how, but I swear this thing's lighter than the one that came out of it. But I think it's because it doesn't have 7 gallons of oil in it. Don't want to scratch up our high quality race paint job.
It's so big. Wow.
That's as far back as it can go. It's touching the trans right now.
That is huge. Well, you know what? It is double the horsepower, so it's close. We'll say double. It's like 1 horsepower less than double.
We're rounding up.
All right, so I'm about to throw the chains in here. They're nice and loosened up now. We soaked them in ATF overnight. We don't want to buy new chains. I'm trying to keep this on a budget, so they're still in really great shape. The one had a little stiff spot in it, but I worked that out. So I think we're good to go, and I'm just gonna get going and get these installed. So Ryan and I have been having this debate for about 3 days now. And the debate is, if I go to a restaurant and I get a pot pie and I say, this is the best pot pie I've ever had from a restaurant, does that make that pot pie a 10? Or is that pot pie still rated on the 1 to 10 scale and say maybe it's a 8.5 because maybe one's better down the road and then that one becomes a 10? Or is this pot pie a 10 until we find a better one and then we change the scale?
Yeah, but that's not how you asked it. That's
I mean,
the
that's
problem.
exactly what I said.
No, you said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is this pot pie?
Yeah.
And I said like a 7.
He says a 7, but I said, have you ever had a better one from a restaurant? And he says, well, no. Well, then it has to be a 10, right?
No, because
Until you have a better one.
No, because you said you already have to have a benchmark, is what I'm trying to say. If somebody says, hey, you're going to rate this, whether it's the best car or whatever, you have to have in your mind what is peak.
Like perfection?
Yeah.
So you're rating off of perfection. I'm rating off of what I've actually had in the past.
Well, that's the point. How you just went through that thing, I understand that, but that is a different nuance. This is why I was terrible on tests.
Are these supposed to screw in like as hard as humanly possible?
That's how they came out.
So anyway, I need to know what you guys think. Let me know down below, because I think that if you have something and it's the best you've ever had, it's a 10, and then if I go somewhere later and I find out that it's a little better, then this one gets downgraded to say a 9 and the new one becomes the 10.
Yeah, but you don't get to re-rate later on.
I think you do
No,
re-rate.
no.
I mean,
anybody that judges anything in sports or, Olympics and everything else, they look at it as, can it be better?
Well, then how does somebody get a 10 at the Olympics?
Because it could be absolutely perfect. It doesn't mean that the next time they do it, it could be more perfect.
Well, then how could you get a 10 later?
Because it's judged based upon what perfection is.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I'm saying is,
we have really dumb conversations.
So I'm a little concerned because these wheels are so big. And
we got the meats, man.
oh my gosh, look at these. Those are nuts for this thing. I know you probably can't see it on camera just how gigantic these are compared to what we had, but I'm gonna try to fit them up. I'm too small for this. Oh my gosh, dude. Look at that.
Told you. It's
You
like
don't want to
inch,
get your fingers in there, I'll tell you that right away, man.
but it's got the meats,
oh
man.
my, so mean.
So much meaner than it
I'm
was.
so stoked that worked.
You literally could have pulled this out of the field, just put those.
Oh my gosh, dude. I
those
was so
rubber tires
worried
on.
last night. I went and picked these tires up, and Ryan hadn't really seen it yet, and I was like, dude, these...
I thought they looked too big.
I thought they looked too big.
We thought for sure that
I
they
was
were going to
worried.
hit, and we had two different options. Shave these massive, like, here, let me try to get down here. These massive treads.
Yeah, that's a huge lug. It's
Yeah.
probably 3/4 inch, close to an inch, 7/8 maybe tall.
If you were trying to use this frame for a different project, you could still cut this frame along here and just sleeve it and stretch it, because everything else back behind this, the chain, everything else stays still.
Yeah,
So
I mean, technically, you could add a few links to the chain, and then, you know, if you rerouted the brake lines, that's all you'd have to do.
all right, we got a bunch of wires here that we're going to have to clean up. I've already started to rewrap some of it in new electrical tape because it was all broken. But there's a few things that we got to address. Number one, this switch, we were having all kinds of problems with it, trying to just start it over in the other shop. Come to find out, she's pretty grody, right? Not to mention that you can tell that it's gotten pretty hot in the past and pretty worn out. So we're going to go ahead and cut this off and replace that. Unfortunately, I don't have another one of these connectors. So even though it's not the perfect way to do it, we're going to do them with individual ones that have a little bit of heat shrink on these guys. And then also, one of the reasons why this ended up getting shorted out was because it's directly above the tire. So all the water and mud got thrown right at this guy. So we have a new switch, thankfully. Sam had already ordered one in advance. And then we're going to also heat shrink around the whole entire thing to try to keep it a little bit more protected on the underside there. So heat shrink over the whole entire guy, as well as the individual wires. What's happening down here? Seems like a major moment.
Put some oil in it. So, yeah, it is. It's becoming a major moment. We're still not 100% sure if this belt is correct because it's a little off.
It's a little off, a little loose too.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be just fine. So we're gonna wait to start it, and we'll
Adjust as needed.
We'll figure it out.
I'm finishing up the wiring now. Just starting to put it back in. Got to put some loom on it. Try to hide stuff. It was just getting the wires, everything wired up for the engine. So far, it's been pretty plug and play outside of just replacing some broken wires and torn up stuff. So we were talking about those wires. Got them all fixed up. I still got to trim some zip ties and stuff, but we got it all waterproofed, heat shrinked, taped where I could.
We've got everything more or less hooked up for the wiring that it takes to run the thing. And so,
Not permanently ran.
yeah, nothing's permanent yet. We just wanted to get it in and get it fired up and make sure everything works because we're a little concerned about what we did there. I don't know.
We've torn the whole electrical system apart.
Yeah, I mean, we've done everything. So
We could do a little shakedown.
this kind of a shakedown.
We think it's going to work the very first time or not?
Well, I think you're probably going to crank for a while. It has no fuel.
I do too,
so
but you think it's going to crank over?
I think it's going to crank.
All right, it's the ignition accessory. Here we go. And we do have oil in it.
Yep, definitely cranked. Starting to get fuel. I can see the fuel coming up.
All right, but we do have a choke too.
Yep.
Replaced it.
Oh, baby. It fired.
Don't need that
Muffler
muffler.
did fall off. Hey, it don't sound bad at all.
Success!
But it is running and
It's running.
smells like a brand new motor. I'm pretty happy with it. Jeez, dude.
I'm doing it by hand with the
Oh
like
my
whole
gosh.
thing.
Thing is snappy. I like how it sounds. We're gonna throw a.
Wait, where's it
We're
at?
gonna throw a motorcycle muffler. We got this muffler. Ain't really gonna work right now because it doesn't seal up, but it's probably get louder. Oh, I like it. That's way better, dude. Once we get that sealed up,
Yeah,
that'd be nice. Definitely need to adjust the shifter linkage, but it's good. Everything worked. How everything worked. This is why me and you need to do projects together.
Huh? What? Is it day 3?
It's day 4.
It is day 4?
Yeah, it's day 4.
Oh man, I'm way off. I must have fallen asleep.
It's because we've been so busy.
Off camera, we have done a lot of different stuff between last night and early this morning. What have we got knocked out this morning so far?
Painted the wheels, make it look super duper nice. Look at that.
We can't have these nice, aggressive looking tires on this trashy, dirty rim. We gotta make it look snazzy. Is that the hip word?
Gotta drear them up. Exhaust turned out awesome. It was 100% free.
Freebie.
My dad bought this muffler for a motorcycle of his. It ended up showing up at my shop. We fired this thing up. It sounds great. Sounds kind of like a motorcycle almost. That exhaust worked out perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Got a new battery mount. We made a battery mount, but
One of the main reasons why we changed out the battery compartment is because we're using a full-size battery in this, because obviously we intend to take it out into the woods. We want it to last a little bit longer rather than one of those really small ones.
right. This isn't the battery that's staying because we're getting a better one. Got a new air cleaner. Ryan and I hit up the store this morning. We were able to find a air cleaner for this that was the exact perfect size, which is like, I don't even know. It appeared.
Yeah.
Ryan found it on the shelf. We were looking through a bunch of
And
stuff.
it was on clearance too.
And it was on clearance for $5.
Yeah, got to keep everything within budget. We got the side skirts back on, the undercarriage piece back in.
That's right.
The new fuel lines that were in, again, things that were just mundane that we just decided to do off camera to knock it out.
One of the things we still need to do is fix this steering wheel because it's still.
I don't know. It's the only thing that's holding on. I feel like it might just.
It ain't growing on me.
We're trying to get this broke steering wheel off. And we have drilled out the screw.
I'm turning the steering wheel to liquid. Grinding.
Grinding!
Pretty much have ground everything. They welded the steering wheel on, so.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch your eyeballs.
Success!
Well, we're going to have to get a steering wheel because the other one was seized. And we seized the day. We carpe diem the out of this thing. And it's gone. So,
Drilling.
we used
cutting
every
wheel,
tool that we have.
Grinder. Air punch.
Yeah, one of those
Chisels.
things that, turns the thing when
you
you
know
hit
what
the
we're talking
thing.
about. Thing
Yeah,
with the thing
we
and-
did all those things.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Out of everything on this, that was the only thing we couldn't get off without destroying it.
Extra
but
work.
it was already, you seen it. We're looking for like one of them little chain steering wheels or maybe like a boat.
You'd have to get a bus one.
You know the ones with the like a pirate ship maybe? I don't know. We haven't really decided yet. So I'm going to get on the internet tonight and I'm going to get the coolest. I'm going to get a steering wheel. I can't guarantee that it's going to be anything, but
It's going to be round.
it'll be round-ish. Well, man, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
like a
but-
Tesla,
that's true.
like plaid steering wheel.
Keep your hands on the wheel.
Yeah, I don't know.
It keeps warning you. Is it going to be self-driving?
Do you want to try to drive it with no wheel?
I don't know. There's no brakes either. I shut it off because I didn't.
Oh, he ain't gonna let us choke
I
to
didn't-
death,
yeah.
apparently.
Runs a little rich inside the.
I like the smell personally. The headaches don't even bother me.
It's just a normal day for us.
Yeah, I mean,
at this point, yeah.
he is a headache.
So you're saying you'd rather not have me here?
No,
That's
he's
right.
moving back.
No, that's not happening.
What else do we still need to do before the camper?
That's it. We're about to get to the fun stuff, which is I
Yeah.
know what you guys have all been waiting for.
Yeah, so, this took a little bit, 3.5 days, but this thing's like brand new now. I mean, we rebuilt practically everything. It's in great shape now. I trust this to drive anywhere. It sounds great. Tomorrow morning, we've got a order for metal to build the platform back here, which would be like a flatbed, and then we've got like a sort of a cab frame that we're going to build. so that we can put a windshield on this, and then that camper is going to be whoop way up here, and then it'll drop down whoop like this. You'll be able to enter here, sleep up here. It's going to be pretty awesome. But here's where we're at. As you guys probably know, StealthBuilt has been growing, and we are doing a bunch of different projects. And as it moves forward, Ryan's going to be a part of those projects, some on camera and some in the background doing video editing and setting up our website. We're going to be releasing some t-shirts and some hats and some swag for each of our builds. So we really do appreciate everybody that is tuning in for this. And don't forget, we are going to be making more videos. We're going to be doing crazier projects. This project it's not even close to what you guys are going to see. So if you enjoyed this build so far, just watching it get put together, you're really going to want to see what we're doing next, because what we do with this thing next is going to be awesome.